And so finally we stop. I pull over on the side of the road. He pulls over behind me, and he gets out of the car, and I'm myself. And as he gets out, he goes, "Keep your hands where I can see them." I was like, I don't know what you can see or not see. I don't know. These are very vague instructions. I don't know what you can. So now I'm there doing this. Because I don't know what you can see or not. I'm straight. Like, don't get me wrong. I just, you know, the thing is, I just don't want to die. That's all I just don't want to die. And I know I don't look like it, but I'm not the dying type. I really am not. Like, I'm a chilled out guy who likes living. I don't want to die. And the worst thing is, I don't know how not to die. That's the thing. I don't know how not to die. Because every day I turn on the TV, it seems like another black person is being shot. So I just want to know how not to get shot. You know, I try and learn. I really do. I try and learn. You know, it all started in the lower echelons of enforcement, community watch. George Zimmerman shot TREVOR, the young boy. And the story started off with man shoots boy. Everyone was like, yeah, this is horrible. This is disgusting. But then the news, for some strange reason, the next day they just forget, and then they start asking other questions. They go, well, why was he wearing a hoodie? What was he doing, and why was he wearing a hoodie? I was like, oh, is that so don't wear a hoodie. That's what it is, the hoodie. It's very frightening. You don't know what's going on under there. Yeah, we've all seen Star Wars. It's the creepiest thing ever. Yeah, it's the dark side. And so I was like, oh, so if I don't wear a hoodie, then I'm safe. No one's gonna shoot me if I don't wear a hoodie. But then you cut forward, and then the next thing you know, it's Mike Brown in Ferguson. And he gets shot by the police, unarmed, gets shot. And they're like, a man was unarmed and he got shot. And I was like, oh, this is disgusting. And they said, but also he approached the police officer apparently, and he may or may not have scuffled with it. We don't know, but he approached him. And I was like, oh, okay, so that don't wear a hoodie and don't approach the police. Don't go towards the police. You see police, you go the other way. You go the other way. Okay, cool, I got it. So no hoodies, no approaching the police. This is it. I'm learning. This is how. But then the next guy comes on the news, Eric Garner in New York City. And there he is. He's standing, and the police, they apprehend him, and they start choking him, and he doesn't go towards them. He doesn't go. He's standing there with his arms up, and he gets choked to death by 6 policemen. And then they come on the news the next day, and they go, well, you got to understand, for these police, I mean, this was a pretty big guy. He was a pretty big guy. He was scary. He was a really scary big black guy. And I'm like, okay, cool. So don't be a big black guy, and then you should be fine. Don't be a big black guy, and then and every day I look in the mirror, and I'm like, good job. And I'm like, okay, fine, okay. So don't wear a hoodie. Don't wear a hoodie, and don't approach the policeman, and don't be a big black man. I think I've got it all down. And then I turn on the TV, and then I see Walter Scott, a 50-something-year-old man running away from a policeman, getting shot in the back, running away from the policeman. And again, the media, for some strange reason, just seems to forget what the main purpose of the discussion is. Because on day one, they go, unarmed man shot in the back. Day two, they're like, who was Walter Scott? Let's find out about it. Apparently, he had a charge of assault against him in 1987. So he gets shot for it? How hard did he punch the guy that he gets shot for it in 2015? Well, did he punch the guy into the future and then he came back to get him? Is that what happened? I mean, it was the 80s. Everyone punched somebody in the 80s. I don't understand why this is a big deal. They were saying the craziest things. They were like, Walter Scott, I mean, everybody's talking about the police officer. Let's talk about him. Why did he run? Why did he run? Because he didn't want to go to jail. Are we really going to live in a world where police no longer want to chase criminals? Is that what we're saying? Is that what we're saying? Police no longer want to chase criminals? That's the whole point of the game, isn't it? We played it as kids, cops and robbers, yeah? You've seen the movies, that's what makes it fun. Freeze! You can't catch me, copper. And then you run. That's what makes it fun. Now police no longer want to chase criminals. We're going to live in a world where police, can you imagine what that's going to do to the movie industry? It's going to be horrible. Remember, we're going to be watching Bad Boys 5, Martin Lawrence and Will Smith. Freeze! Okay, end of movie, done. This is the worst movie ever. This is the strangest thing. They asked all the weird questions that have nothing to do with a man being shot who is unarmed. And they come on and go, also noted is that Walter Scott owed $16,000 in child support. To the cop? No, I mean, to the... Because that would be a different story. That would be like, if that was the mother of his children that shot him, then you know what? I may actually be on her side. You never know. Yeah, I might have been there like, you know what, sister? You shoot him in the back, girl. That's right. You shoot him thinking he ain't gonna pay after he play. You shoot him in the back thinking he gonna run away from his responsibilities. Shoot him dead. But this has nothing to do with it. A policeman shoots an unarmed man, he's running away. And then they have the crazy nerve to say, this officer feared for his life. He was afraid. Afraid of what? The man's running away. There's nothing less frightening than somebody running away from you. That is the definition of fear. He's running away. The only thing he could have done to be less threatening is to cluck like a chicken as he does. There's nothing less frightening than a man running away from you. Like, what are you afraid of? You can't say he was running away. I was afraid. Afraid of what? He's running away from you. That makes no sense. You're seeing him from behind. No one's threatening from behind. They're running away. There's no one who's frightened. Like maybe Kim Kardashian, but nobody else. He's running away from you. You shoot him in the back. And I was like, yeah, I was afraid. Afraid of what? What do you have, abandonment issues? Why would you shoot a man? My dad left when I was 5. Makes no sense. So I don't know how not to die. And here I am in my car on the side of the road in a random street in Los Angeles. And the whole time I'm just like, I don't want to die. I don't want to die. I don't want to die. And the policeman, he gets out of his car and he starts walking towards me. And his hand is by his side and it's doing this. And I've watched Westerns. I know what this means. This is never good. This never turns into friendship. So now I'm starting to stress and I'm looking at him in the side mirror of my car and I'm panicking because objects in the mirror are closer than they appear. So he's gonna get there any moment. And I don't know why I did this. Like as soon as he I panicked, I completely panicked and I launched myself out the window. I took my body and I threw it out the window and I fell onto the side of the car, just and onto the side of the car. I basically went back to nature. I thought of a predator, you don't make eye contact and you play dead. That's all I did. I just played dead on the side of the car. Shame, which freaked him out. He was just like, what, hey, what's going on? I said, I'm sorry, officer. I'm sorry. He's like, sure, what are you sorry for? I said, whatever it is that's gonna make you shoot me, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, officer. He said, sir, get back in the car. Get back in the car. I said, no, I don't wanna die. Please, I'm not falling for that trick. Please, officer, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. He's like, sure, I'm not gonna kill you. Just get back in the car. Get back. And I mean, Shane, this guy was just as freaked out as I was. I'm not gonna lie. Because I mean, when I put myself in his shoes, what does he do? Imagine that you're standing on the side of a guy jumps out of his own car. He can't even call for backup. What does he say? 10-4, I need backup. And what do you need? I got a black guy killed himself. 10-4, you gotta make something up better than that. We'll back you up, don't worry. Like you can't, like what do you say? It's just like weird. The guy's freaking out, I'm freaking out. And I'm lying there. And this guy, he approaches slowly, he finally gets to me and he lifts my arms and he's like, get back in the car, sir, get back. And he stuffs me back into my window. Get back. And I'm like, no, I don't wanna die. Please, I don't wanna die. And he's like, sir, calm down. Okay, I'm sorry. He's like, sir, have you been drinking? I said, no, sir, I haven't been drinking. I said, okay, calm down. Do you know why I pulled you over, sir? I said, it's because I'm black. And now, I wasn't being an ass, nor was I joking. I'd just been informed that as a black person in America, if you drive a really nice car, there's a good chance you're gonna get pulled over by the police. Yeah, so in my world, he was doing his job as I had been told. Yeah, I wasn't judging him. In fact, I was a little flattered. I was like, well, thank you very much, Mr. Officer, for noticing this bad boy right here. That's right, 2015, baby. I was really excited. He was more freaked out though, because I said to him, it's because I'm black. And then he did this thing that I've come to learn is the reaction of white people in America, who, when they hear information they can't process fast enough, have this thing where they smile on the outside, but on the inside, it's almost as if they're short-circuiting. And he looks at me and he goes, I'm sorry, what? I said, because I'm black, that's why you pulled me over? And he goes, no, hey, no, hey, no, that is not, no, hey, I don't, no, that is not, I felt so bad for him. Yeah. I I think we both learned a lot that day, the two of us. Grew from that experience. I was speeding, that's why he pulled me over. But he let me go.